Took a trip and went fishing a couple weeks ago, and with a good buddy of mine whose name is Richard. And I wanted to show you a project that he was working on that I thought was fantastic. And here it is.
So essentially, I had my truck already, a paid-for truck, and there's nothing better than a paid-for truck. So I just wanted to put something on it. We actually had a 40-foot motorhome, and you just cannot get those things into tight places. You couldn't go to state parks or ends of trails or anything. So when COVID hit and I was bored and needing something to do, I decided that I would build my own four-wheel camper. And I looked at different brands and stuff and decided that the four-wheel camper out of California, that their M model was probably the most closest one to what I would like to put on my truck. Because I still wanted to use access to my truck. So it's basically a shell, and then I can just throw stuff in it as I need it. So anyway, I designed it, a little prototype, just a kitchen table out of cardboard and tape, and started rounding up the materials. I decided to build it out of aluminum angle, and then the sidewalls are a composite, and they were made in Spokane, Washington. They're 2 inches thick, fiberglass on both sides. And so I cut up all the angle aluminum and numbered them all and took them to a welder in town to have them welded. I wanted really good welds. Welding aluminum is a challenge. And so I wanted the welds to look very professional. So they did an excellent job. So once I got the framework welded, then I took it to a powder coat company and had it powder coated. And I just picked a white to match the white of the truck, kept everything simple. Then the challenge was getting the system built for the roof to go up. So I had the sleeping space up above the cab. If you look over here, this area here is the sleeping area. And so what I came up with first was a hinge system like every other four-wheel camper uses at the front and the rear. But it was tough to make those work up properly. I kept getting some movement this way in it, and it just wasn't working right. So what I came up with was fifth wheel jacks. I found them at E-Trailer. Push the buttons, it comes down. Or I push them the other direction, it goes back up. I've got marks so I know where to stop and where to start, and so I don't ever overextend them too far, because they are made to lift 12,000 pounds, and my roof is about probably 150 pounds. So then I just started putting stuff in it that I needed. I've got my heater, propane. This bench assists me in getting up to the upper level. Got my water jug. It's one of those Lifesaver jugs out of the UK. They work awesome. Mattress pad from REI and my sleeping bag, and it's very comfortable. And then last week I actually made a second bed for back here on the back half of the camper. And that's as simple as just putting this piece of aluminum across the back here, like so. And then these boards fit right here, and that makes the second bed, so that if somebody's with me, it will sleep 2 or 3 instead of just 1. So yeah, but it's been a fun project. It's very toasty warm. This catalytic heater is one of the Olympians. I've had it for years, and it works awesome. Last night it got down close to 30 and fired that up, and it kept it toasty warm in here. It's nice to get out of bed and have an area to get dressed in and still be warm. The windows, there's the vinyl and then the clear and then the screens. I wanted screens to keep the bugs out. I usually crack windows while I've got the Olympian going, so I've got some air movement in here. I put these thermal, if I was in a really cold area, I mean talking down around 0, these are made to go all the way around the fabric area, and that would probably, I haven't used them yet, but it should keep it even warmer in here. So it was a 2.5-year project just because I was just doing it as I felt like doing it. So, oh, I might just add that the fabric was done by a shop in town, and they sewed that up for me, and he told me the best way to mount it to the rig was with these, I think they call them J rails or some kind of rails. And it is very waterproof.
So how do you know when it's all the way down?
I can tell by the stripes,
Oh, okay.
lines,
Yeah.
and the sound.
Oh, I hear it, yeah. So now it holds it down.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it holds it tight enough that with that,
Yeah.
these are kind of just a secondary. I mean, you can see it pulls it down even tighter.
Huh.
And that's it.
Sweet.